Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best breakfast sandwich. So as far as ingredients go, we got the English muffins from Thomas. We've got slow roasted turkey breast. We've got Havarti cheese. And then over there we have salt, pepper, garlic powder, and oregano. And that's for our grill that we're going to be using. We're actually going to be using this Hamilton dual breakfast sandwich maker. So the first thing you want to do is actually plug it in. And so as you can see, we've got the light turned on. With it, you're basically just going to let this heat up. And so some problems that people have been having with this is that when they actually drop the egg in, the egg tends to leak out from the sides, but that usually occurs when the plate isn't hot enough. So you want to make sure this actually gets really hot. For this video, I'm just going to be making one egg. But the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to grab our English muffin, place it in here, and sometimes these don't separate just that easily. So what I'll do is that I'll cut it. And just like that, I'll remove the crumbs and such. And just pat it down like that, so now that's open. Afterwards, I'm just gonna grab some, I can't believe it's not butter. And then what I'll do is that I'll actually butter the top of the muffin. So this is the bottom portion. And so I'll just butter the top of the muffin. Now, as for breakfast meats, unfortunately, not every single breakfast meat works well in here because it doesn't necessarily cook the breakfast meat. It more so just heats it up. And so with the top portion buttered, I'll just add some garlic on top of it. And afterwards, add some oregano. And so with that, I'm done with the garlic powder and oregano. And so what I'll do next, as for the bottom portion of the muffin, what I like to do is that I like to grab just maybe like half a slice of Havarti cheese. And because this is too big to actually fit on the muffin, and so if I were to put this in there, it would kind of melt all over and just cause a huge mess. I just break it into pieces, just like that. And so I don't use a full slice of cheese. Usually that's good enough, and so I'll save the other half for like a different breakfast sandwich sometime in the future. So let's seal that back up. And so at this point, you can kind of see that the light basically turned green, which means that it is hot enough. But what I'll do is I'll add the bottom muffin first, and then I also add the turkey here. And then I'll put it on and I'll let it reheat a bit more, and then I'll actually place the egg on and then the top portion of the muffin. So let me actually get you a closer look here. So as for the actual grill, let me pull it up closer so you guys can see. So we'll flip it open and this is what it looks like. This is where the egg is going to go, and it's quite hot, so just be careful. And so I'll just be using the right side for now. So I'll place the bottom muffin there, all right? And then I'll grab my turkey. And I'll just add 2 slices of turkey onto here, okay? So here we got one. I'll make sure it fits in. And here we got our second one. I want to make sure. We'll just use 3, but usually I use 2. So I'll make sure that it fits within the actual crate or centerpiece, and then I'll put this one here down. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it back up so that the actual egg pad actually heats up even more. So we'll give it another minute or 2 to actually allow it to heat up, and then afterwards we'll actually place the egg. All right, so what I'll do is I've got this non-stick cooking spray. I'll flip this open and I'll just give it 3 quick sprays. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna close it up again so it heats up more. So again, the reason why we're making it so hot is because once we put the egg on, we don't want to leak over. So to kind of let you know how this egg is gonna be cooked, it is gonna be the yolk is not gonna be as fluid. It's gonna be definitely over medium. So in a couple minutes, I probably will place the egg on. So flip this open. I'm hoping that's hot enough. And what I'll do is I'll crack it and we'll place the egg on top. Just like that. So if your pan is hot enough, it doesn't leak through the seams of the actual, the crevices of the actual like boiling plate. And so what I'll do is I'll add some pepper, just a little bit of pepper. And I'll add just a little bit of salt. And then afterwards, I'll grab the top portion of my muffin, place it on top, and then close this. And I'll set this for about 4.5 minutes is what I find the sweet spot to be. So again, with this Hamilton Beach Maker, you can make 2 at the same time. I do like it because it actually does keep the entire sandwich warm. And so I do sometimes make 2 at a time, but we'll just wait now for about 4.5 minutes for this to be ready. So now it's done. What you'll do is that you actually slide this one over, just like that, and you'll flip it open. But just be very, very careful because it is very hot. So what I actually do is I'll turn this off. And I'll move it a tad bit back. And again, be very, very careful because it is quite hot. So I'll flip both of them open. What I'll do is I'll slide this under. And there you have it. A very nice breakfast sandwich made. So let me actually zoom in on that. And so I've been eating this for quite some time now, and it does taste very, very good. Now, of course, you're always welcome to add more cheese. Like I said, the egg is going to be over medium. You can pre-cook your meat, of course. You don't always have to use turkey. You can use sausage, but just know that it isn't going to cook the meat. Okay, so that is why I do choose to use turkey. But with that, that's how I use this.